If there's one word to associate with recycling in 2019, it's contamination. Contamination is when something non-recyclable is placed alongside recyclable material. It can be as blatant as motor oil or as inconspicuous as styrofoam, but either way it contaminates the whole group of materials. Why does it matter? Years ago, recyclables shipped overseas were accepted even if they had high percentages of contamination. But now that acceptable contamination threshold has been whittled down to a fraction of a percent. What does that mean for the average consumer? It's more important than ever to put the right things in the recycle bin and leave the wrong things out of it. Some recyclable items are the ones you've known about for years. Empty plastic bottles and containers, empty food and beverage cans, paper, including computer paper and newspaper, flattened cardboard and paperboard, and glass bottles and containers. All of those are still A-OK to go in your recycle bin. But not all items are as easy. It's important to note that for many of these tricky items, like plastic bags and styrofoam, acceptability can vary by waste hauler. Since there are multiple haulers in Riverside County, it's best for each consumer to contact their hauler to be aware of what is and isn't recyclable. For example, let's take a look at Scott. He correctly identified all of his recyclables, like clean paper, cardboard, and plastic containers. Then he bagged them up and put them in the recycle bin. Good, right? Wrong. He's actually contaminated the load. The plastic bag isn't able to be recycled with the rest of the commingled materials for haulers like Waste Management and Burtec. Here's why. Plastic bags can jam up the intricate machinery at material recovery facilities, stopping the recycling process in its tracks. Your recyclable materials are best left going into the recycle bin unbagged. The bag itself can be recycled through special plastic bag recycling stations located at many grocery stores. To see a full list of locations in your area, go to plasticfilmrecycling.org and put your zip code into the locator box. Plastic bags are just the first example. One more complicated item is packages that are ordered from Amazon and other online sellers. Oftentimes, smaller orders will come in these padded plastic film envelopes that should not go in most recycle bins. They can, however, be recycled by placing them in plastic bag recycling locations mentioned earlier. It's a similar story for those plastic air pockets that accompany many Amazon shipments. They're not as messy as styrofoam packing peanuts, but much like plastic mailers, they also can't be recycled in your bin. However, if you deflate them, they can be recycled at plastic bag recycling locations. What about the packing tape that comes on cardboard boxes? Do you have to remove that for the box to be recyclable? Nope, you can leave it on when you put your flattened box into your recycle bin. How about some food-related items? Cardboard boxes are able to be recycled, but what about cardboard pizza boxes? This is another tricky one. Grease is one big type of contamination, so if the box has grease that's soaked in, it's best for it to end up in your trash can. However, if the top half of the pizza box is clear of grease, you can separate it from the bottom and recycle it, according to most haulers in the county. What about takeout? Styrofoam to-go containers come in handy for food and drinks, but they shouldn't go in your recycle bin if they've been soiled with food waste. Cups with plastic or wax coating. These are those insulated cups for taking coffee or tea on the go, but they and their lids should go in the trash, not the recycle bin. What about paper towels? Again, the key word to remember is contamination. Since these paper products are literally used to clean up substances, the risk for contamination is very high. Paper towels should go in the trash, not the recycle bin. One last rule of thumb, while plastic containers can be recycled, most miscellaneous plastic items should stay out of the recycle bin. Hoses, extension cords, Christmas lights, shower curtains, yes, they're plastic, but no, they can't be placed in your recycle bin. Once again, for specific questions about certain items, it's best to reach out to your particular waste hauler to see what can be placed in your recycle bin to avoid contamination.